The Cherokee of America have an old legend that tells of an argument between the first man and the first woman.
In her anger, the woman walked away, vowing never to return. It was then that the one they call the Great Mind created strawberries to abate the woman's anger and foster love between the two.
Thus, say the Cherokee, it is because of the strawberry that we are here today. Even today, Cherokee wives keep a jar of fresh strawberries in honey in the kitchen. If she has an argument with her husband, she goes to the jar and eats the fruit until she is calm and then gives one berry to her husband. Today, halfway across the globe, this divine fruit has found a new home in the RI-Bhoi District of Meghalaya. Meghalaya has always been a paradise for farmers. With streams and waterfalls tumbling down the undulating hills, crisp sunshine, rich soil and gentle rain, the state has been one of the major producers of fruits and vegetables.
Even Guwahati, in neighbouring Assam, the largest state in the northeast, would find it difficult to manage without the produce from Meghalaya.
From the humble radish of Upper Shillong to the juicy sweet oranges of Maulai, farm produce from the state has always had ready takers. The government of Meghalaya, however, not content with this, has taken a slew of imaginative measures that are poised to revolutionize the scene. With the help of the Technology Mission for the Integrated Development of Horticulture in the Northeast, it has introduced radically different crops such as coloured bell peppers, iceberg lettuce, gherkins and strawberries for cultivation in the RI-Bhoi District.
Let us go together to the Dular farm and the strawberry village to see this miracle for ourselves.
As we enter Dular farm, we get our first glimpse of the incredible beauty of row upon row of graceful, symmetrical beds on which grow the green shrubs with their brilliant berries.
Originally a state-owned farm, Dular farm was handed over to the local people as an experiment in public-private partnership.
Today, it is the major grower of strawberries in the entire Northeast. Mr. Sampro, the District Horticultural Officer of the RI-Bhoi District, was very helpful in our quest to understand how he managed to convert the ailing Dular farm to an extremely profitable organization in just 3 or 4 years.
It is a kind of a nursery that has been set up during Assam time. What we thought is that it should have also an impact on the farming community of the district and also for the state as a whole. This model we have taken with the low volume, high value crops like strawberry and roses. It means that if you have to grow less with very high production. So this model has been worked out in the year 2002, and the government of India is very kind enough to, under technology mission, to give the funding to set up this type of model. And this model has been named as a center of excellence in that farm. In this model, these type of crops, after they were harvested, the marketing tie-up is done with the buyers or the exporters which come from all over the country. But at present, the Sohliya export has taken the lead in marketing all these products from the farm. So in this way, with the production side by side with the marketing, the farm has been very profitable at present, with a tune of rupees 35 lakhs of revenue through the sale proceeds of the cut flowers, through the sale proceeds of strawberries fruit, and through the sale proceeds of seedlings that have been available in the farm. So the total in the last year that the farmers have visited the farm has crossed 22,000, because they have not seen this kind of models, or that these crops can be grown in the district, like strawberry and roses can be grown in the district with a very less area, and that the profit is very high.
We get to see the very different methods employed in the cultivation of these berries.
The beds are covered with plastic mulch to protect the delicate roots and to ensure that the berries do not come into contact with the soil. This keeps the berries clean when plucked so that they do not have to be washed. This, in turn, helps to retain the luster of the berries and reduces handling time.
To water the plants, an ingenious underground system of irrigation has been evolved. A network of perforated pipes connected to a pump is laid under the beds.
All that needs to be done now is to open the valves and start the pump for the required time.
As the berries ripen, the women move in for the plucking. These delicate berries are easily bruised and must therefore be plucked gently and with care.
The ripe berries are loaded into plastic crates, which are then transported to the packing area. These perforated transparent plastic boxes with lids have been specially imported from countries like Spain and Italy. These special packs help in retaining the freshness of the strawberries, imparting a longer shelf life to them.
Interestingly, the fruits themselves are grown organically, whereas strawberries grown with chemical fertilizers last for merely 2 or 3 days. These ones can stay fresh for as many as 9 to 12 days.
Besides, they taste better, as we soon found out to our sheer delight. The Government of Meghalaya has, through its Department of Horticulture, provided technological support free of cost to the farmers of this village. The impetus thus received was beyond what anyone had anticipated.
The people here threw themselves wholeheartedly to the cultivation of strawberries, as these beautiful fields show.
As a result, villagers here who were once living barely above subsistence level have now built houses and have bought cars. Wanting to know more about how the farmers have taken to this new crop and how they have organized themselves for both cultivation and marketing, we spoke to Mr. Ri-Bhoi, who is the General Secretary of the Strawberry Growers Association.
I've started cultivation of strawberry since 1998. The strawberry is given me much profit than other crop. This time we have about 350 growers in RI-Bhoi District. In this village, Sohliya village, we have 47 growers. We are all Christian here. Collection of money comes only 1,000 to 1,500 or 2,000 maximum. But at present, like yesterday Sunday, we have got around 8,000 for 1 week only. So that's why we have seen that the cultivation of strawberry will increase our economic in the village. Many of those who cannot send school previously, now they are all going to school. Even they are not Khasi school, local school, but all are going to English medium school. Those who have taken loan for strawberry, they can easily repay the loan within 1 or 2 months. I have asked State Bank that I will take a loan about 10 lakhs. And the 10 lakhs will give me repayment 3 years. But I am sure that 10 lakhs I can repay easily within 2 years to the State Bank. On the interest and principal. So far, it may come about to 5 to 7, 8 quintal per day.
Mr. Nari of the Irrigation Department helped us to understand the modus operandi of the system from identification to implementation, which gave us a better insight into these success stories.
Irrigation is very, very important for this strawberry cultivation. Initially, while selecting the site for strawberry cultivation, we would first survey the water availability in that particular area. If water is available, whether the source is perennial or not, then we would also see the discharge, how much discharge we can get from that source. Then we would see the terrain and the soil condition, how much slope, and whether the soil condition would retain the water or not, how long it can retain the water. All these factors has to be investigated at site. Then the third one comes is the water head is available or not for gravity flow through these drip lines. Because supplying water through these drip lines to the beds of the strawberry cultivation, it has to go under pressure. So whether we could get natural pressure, that is through gravity, or we need to do with the help of the electric motor, electric pumps. The fourth one is whether the place to cultivate the strawberry is adjacent or not to the residential area. If it is too far also, it is not feasible. So if all these criteria would be fulfilled, then we would say that the strawberry cultivation in that particular area is feasible.
Our amazing voyage of discovery was not yet over. We must have been blessed, for at that very moment, a strawberry festival was being held at Shillong, the capital of the state. The turnout for the festival was indeed massive. We saw people buying strawberries as if there were no tomorrow. In fact, as we later were told, the volume of the sales on that day so far exceeded the expectations of the farmers that they had to send back for a few more tons to cater to the people who were thronging the festival.
Today's selling is very good. The best selling in Meghalaya during these last 2 years, today is the best day for selling of strawberry. It comes to more than 3.5 tons. All the farmers who attend this festival today, all of them, they ask me to give seedling to them also, so they want to grow strawberry from this next year to come. At least now we can extend up to 200, 300 hectares in Meghalaya.
Marketing strawberry is certainly no problem.
The festival was an eye-opener in other ways too. We saw products ranging from mouth-watering chocolate-covered strawberries to dehydrated ones, from jams and preserves to strawberry wine.
The versatility of this mouth-watering berry truly amazed us. And to think that all we knew was that famous Wimbledon favourite, strawberries and cream.
Nor was the festival only about selling strawberries. People were here to have a good time, and that included the farmers too.
After their fruitful labor, here was the opportunity for some fun and frolic. It was heartwarming to see them dancing, participating in competitions, and having a lot of fun. The smiles on their faces were contagious, for all the people around them were smiling too.
And we really enjoyed in this strawberry festival, and we got lots of prizes, and it's really very nice, and I feel everybody should come here.
I think for the last 2-3 years we have seen these kind of fair which is being organized by the government of Meghalaya from the agriculture department, and it's really helping the people here, especially the people who are not employed anywhere, and they've come up with their own incentives with some help from the government, and it's really boosting the economy, maybe not of the state, but as an individual it's helping them to sustain their livelihood.
I enjoy this festival very much. It is we can come in a family with all our children, and we also like this strawberry very much because it's very tasty, very sweet, and it grows a lot in RI-Bhoi District.
I like the color, I like the juicy part of this fruit, and it's absolutely delicious.
How did this magic happen? The one person who had all the answers was Mr. Sohliya, who is the project leader of the strawberry project. We decided to approach him to learn some of his magic ourselves.
Now this festival is actually the celebration of the farmers' efforts, especially more specifically the strawberry growers, the strawberry farmers of RI-Bhoi and the state of Meghalaya. We have seen them grow from year to year, from strength to strength, and this tremendous response of the people of Shillong, not only from Shillong but from other states of the northeast. I mean, this is what gives us inspiration and to make this thing bigger. In fact, there is a proposal to make the strawberry festival also a regional affair throughout the northeast, because other states now, like Mizoram, Nagaland, are also taking up strawberry cultivation. And I would say that that is also largely due to the impact that has been created by the strawberry growers of RI-Bhoi and events like this festival. The impact of this festival on the strawberry growers has been that number one is people of Shillong learn to appreciate that yes, this is a fruit that is not only nutritious, it's called a superfood actually, but it also has a tremendous market, not only in Shillong, but then they see that with their own eyes, the demand that is there for the fruit. Then they see with their own eyes that the many byproducts that can be made from this fruit. So they are assured that the cultivation will not end. Suppose if there's a glut in the market, because as a department and as a center of excellence, as what we have done today, we have launched 2 new products, which are dehydrated strawberries and strawberry chocolates, which I think are a first in this region, if not the first in India. And that is an encouragement. In fact, many farmers have told me that this kind of thing means they are encouraged to grow more and more. And since the market demand for these products is already there, there's no risk, or maybe there's no fear of an unknown market. Strawberry is a catalyst. It's the first of many crops that we are going to do. So it's a catalyst of social change. It's a catalyst of economic change. It's a catalyst of rural development. That many of our strawberry growers, who I think 3 or 4 years back were very poor, now can afford to buy their own vehicles, their own Marutis. Now can afford to buy, have mobiles, can afford to have refrigerators. Now they are building houses. Now that's the kind of change that a single crop can bring about. Now if we can extend this model, this agribusiness model that we are following to the other crops and to other areas of the state, then I think that would create a revolution. It would definitely create a revolution, not only in Meghalaya, in the entire Northeast.
Where there is a will, there is always a way.
Our experience here was proof enough. If this magic can be wrought here, then there is no limit to what can be achieved through proper planning, appropriate technological support and education, sufficient subsidies, and a willingness to explore non-traditional avenues.
The greatest resource the nation has is its manpower. In giving this resource its proper direction and role, the Government of Meghalaya has shown the kind of differential thinking that could be the key to success stories elsewhere.
As Ri-Bhoi, the Cinderella, is transformed into Ri-Bhoi, the Princess, we know that this district needs no magical fairy godmother, for it has its own magical strawberry.